Hello, 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 and welcome to a dubbed Bad Seed Brighton video. Richard, I listened to your advice about external mics. Unfortunately, it was the windiest day of the year. I am in Louvigne du Desert to view a 2-bedroomed house on the market with Pozzo Immobilier for €108,000. I've done the usual thing of getting there early to take a look around outside before the agent arrives. So one of the things you never appreciate until you arrive at the property is the surroundings. This property is on a road into Louvigne, and I was surprised at how busy the road actually was. Another thing I realised, the agent told me this property had been on the market for 2 weeks, but I put in here a picture from the agent's website. They either have very rapidly growing grass, or this property has been on the market longer than 2 weeks. There is one neighbour opposite the property, but no vis-a-vis. There's a selection of trees, shrubs and bushes to the front, 1.9 hectare plot, and one of the nicest views towards Louvigne that I think I've actually seen. It was a windy autumn day and that view was absolutely gorgeous. You could just imagine watching the seasons change to that Bellevue. You can see the plot is predominantly pasture, with the boundary being along the tree line. There's this exterior barn of corrugated iron. One of the long boundaries of the property is alongside that road. And then you can see the far boundary up to a neighbour in the far distance. Just by that wall, that's the other boundary. The barn, in reality, well past its sell-by date. Perhaps with a hunt for €108,000, there's money to be spent in taking this down and replacing with something more appropriate. Love that view though. Back to the front of the house. Roof was okay. Those 2 little windows probably are going to need attention. This property was also a first. Metal shutters instead of the usual wood, or at least old metal shutters. The glass canopy above the front door is broken, so that's going to require attention. Although, to be honest, it's not to my taste, I'd remove anyway. Just peeking out there, you can see to the right of the property, there's an attached garage. It's a pretty property, It's a chocolate box looking property. This is a second gate entrance to the land. There's one outside the property, although to be honest it's overgrown and I missed it. And there is another one up towards that far neighbour. So the agents arrived and we're going inside, straight inside into the living room, and you can see it, although lovely stonework, it's a really small room. And this really is the first issue I have with this property. You'd struggle to get 2 sofas in there. Next to the salon is a good sized kitchen with reasonable units. Property is currently being used as a holiday home, but the owner is getting too old to actually visit it now. Off from the kitchen, there's a couple of stairs. Leading us into a boiler room. Looks dark obviously because the shutters are closed. Wasn't a bad sized room. Boiler was in good working order, but I had concerns about the exhaust or the flue. You can see that smoke damage to the wall. So that's obviously going to require attention. And then leading off of the ground floor, there's this bathroom. I think the agent said this dated to about 1917, and the decor in the bathroom looked like it dated from the same period. Again, as is so common, plumbing for the washing machine in the bathroom. Separate WC, again dated. Nice set of stairs leading up. 2 bedrooms. I'd perhaps move this door if I was going to go into the attic to allow for steps to go up. It's not a bad sized bedroom. Beautiful stonework throughout. And I really liked the way they incorporated wood and stone here. Going into the second bedroom, similar size. Tried taking a look in the loft. It's cluttered. Needed new insulation. And then we're in the garage, breeze block extension. On the left, you could put a door going into the salon, which would increase the floor space. Another door going up to the loft. Well, that was interesting. That is actually a lovely house. I had a good vibe about it, and it's not a bad house at all, and for the money it's pretty cheap. It would have been ideal if it was up its own driveway, but that's why it's 108,000 euros. The other big problem with the house is the salon is far too small. What you would have to do is go into the garage, put a door through, and you would almost double the size of the living room. I think it would go from 20 meters to 40 meters. The barn at the back I'd get rid and put another one in. And then the other thing is it's got to have a third bedroom in the loft. So those negatives are mounting up, aren't they? I think perhaps I'm going to leave that there for this week, and we'll come back. There are 2 properties left to view. I think we're getting closer. Thanks very much. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, subscribe. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, someone's got to be the first. Catch you on the next one.